Hello everyone, and welcome back to another mirror matchup from me, Hunter StarCraft. In the top right of Lost and Found, the latter edition, is going to be the red Terran player. It is going to be Future, who is being so polite, throwing out the GLHF. And look at this, our blue Terran down on the bottom left is also being good-mannered. It is going to be Sepmper. I don't know about you guys, but I am so happy that I finally realized that I'm able to use better graphics because it looks amazing, and it is awesome, and I love it. Pretty early gas coming here for Sepmper, I'm pretty sure. But I mean, you know, maybe it's not pretty early. Maybe he knows something that I don't. Maybe his build requires it. I'm sure that it does. Remember, he is a pro player, so let's not doubt him. Wow, this SUV told to go every which way. Oh, look at that. These people are getting gas at the exact same time. Maybe trying to get that, like, you know, early cyclone stuff like that, you know? Because cyclones are ever important in TVT. Is this SUV going for the scout? Yes, it is. Oh, wait, is it? No. I saw the wrong thing. It might be. It might not be. Yes, it is. It is going for the scout. Not anymore. It's not. Where's the command for this SUV? It's freaking me out. Let's figure this out. We need to figure this out. Oh, God. Forget it. Not important. Anyway, back to this game. So anyway, we've got double gas over here for Sepmper. He is excited about the gas. He's a bit of a, he's a bit of an addict. But you know what Sepmper chooses to do in his recreational time is up to Sepmper. Reaper coming in over here for both players, and Orbital Command coming in here for both players. And guess what? Sepmper is actually putting the gas to good use. Look at this. This SUV did actually end up scouting. Isn't that amazing? Putting this gas to good use is Sepmper making that factory. So it's not like he's just blowing all of his money on gas for no reason. Don't do drugs, guys. Don't do drugs. Look at this. He's got 2 gas, and neither of them are fully saturated. So I don't know how worth it that is, but what are you going to do? Future, what are you going to do with this SUV? Maybe proxy Stargate? Starport? My bad, Starport. Natural base coming in here for Future, and a factory coming in here for Future, and his double gas, his second gas, that is, coming here for Future now. Is this standard? Oh, no, this is the Reaper. My bad. Reaper coming over here for Future, scouting around. I guess that Future's Reaper is playing defense, whereas Sepmper's Reaper is going out for the attack. So we're going to have our first little bits of action over here. These people are going to be like right next to each other. Oh, they were going to be right next to each other. Now they're going to be right next to each other. Again, we're about to be right next to each other, but the Reaper... make up your mind. God, what is wrong with you? SUV just patrolling back and forth from this location back over here. Hellion, our first Hellion of the game, is coming out right now, and Cyclone production has begun for Sepmper right now. And guess what's coming over here for Future? For Future, he is making a Cyclone as well. So double Reaper and Hellion. When did Sepmper make that the second Reaper? Whatever. Future does have his Reaper, 2 Marines, and a Cyclone about to finish right now. And Sepmper decides not to attack. Okay. Reapers could, of course, hop in up here if and they wanted. Hellion can attack up there if and it wanted. Reaper hopping down, doesn't want to die. The other Reaper did die, I think. Sepmper had 2 Reapers, the other one died. Cyclone is over here, going to be able to hold the wall quite easily. And Future's Reaper is just going back and forth from this location to that location, doing whatever he wants. What else is going on? Sepmper's Hellion decided that it's not interested in fighting anymore. It's a pacifist. I'm pretty sure Sepmper's Reaper got taken out. Yeah, looks like Sepmper's Reaper decided to die. Hellion gonna intercept this Reaper right over here, right about now. Choom. And look at that, I'm pretty sure that's what the Hellion's goal was. Marines target firing down the Reaper. Reaper getting a good scout off, and is gonna fall to this Cyclone, and if not to the Cyclone, to the Marines, and if not to the Marines, to the Hellion that just left. Okay. Cyclone and Marines holding the wall over here for Future. What's Future is he is making more Cyclones, as you do in TVT, and what? Future's the one making the Viking? Yeah, Future is making the Viking, so Future is making the Cyclone and the Viking. And back at home for Sepmper, Sepmper decides to go for, you guessed it, a Viking and a Cyclone. I can't believe I forgot what that thing was called. I said it 2 seconds ago. Casting is hard, guys. Casting is hard. This Hellion is so dead. But not before doing a little bit of damage to these Marines, which instantly get healed up by the medevac. What is it? 3 Cyclones versus 2 Cyclones versus a handful of Marines. I think that Future's army wins this fight handedly. unless repairs come in. Defender's advantage is a real thing, guys, believe it or not. Liberator coming in here for both players, and look at this, a bit of a drop over here for Sepmper. Cyclones getting their lock-on ability, Marines attacking, Viking also attacking, a bit of a drop down here in the natural base. And yeah, the medevac is going to be taken down very soon. And so the Marines are stuck here, but they want to kill that Viking. They do kill that Viking. And look at that, these Cyclones are not able to actually get to the Marines because of some of the supply. They are able to get to the Marines, but it takes a little bit of work. That's all I'm trying to say. More Marines doing things over here. Oh, bit of a drop of Cyclones. So Cyclone drop over here, going to be able to take down this SCV that's building the command center for Sepmper. So Future is going to drop down here again. Like I said, takes down the SCV, starts doing damage to this command center over here. And Cyclones responding for Sepmper, also Marines responding. Are these Cyclones going to be able to take down this command center? I think that they will. It is cancelled. Liberator is here. It's gonna take a while for that Liberator to take down the Cyclones. Did that Liberator manage to do anything? Let's see. Workers killed 2 to 1. Sepmper has killed more workers. Units killed 11 to 5. Future has killed more normal units. Medevacs with these Cyclones still flying around, doing their thing, doing their shtick. Cyclones steady targeting down this Liberator right here. Cyclones steady targeting down this Medevac right here. Run, Medevac, you're gonna die! Oh god, just manages to drop the Cyclones over here, and the Cyclones are running for their little lives. And then they stop running. And then they are running again. Okay, very good. Let's see, +1 is coming in over here for Future right now, along with Stimpak. So it looks like he is transitioning into Bio. And it looks like Future is transitioning into Bio as well. I'm pretty sure the 3 Raxes as opposed to just the 1 factory. So Bio is some tanks. So it looks like both players, Sepmper and Future, are going to transition to Bio right now. Cyclones, yep, very good. Look at that, 4 Cyclones versus a Cyclone. The Cyclones win. When I say that, I meant the 4 Cyclones win. Marine over here might get taken out by these Cyclones if the Cyclones see it and kill it. So that Marine does, and this Marine runs. This Marine is like, I don't want to mess with any Cyclones. Tanks, Cyclones, and Marines going to be able to save this base easily. Or maybe not. Maybe not as easily as I thought they were going to be able to. Oh my god, the DPS on Cyclones versus buildings is amazing. Woo! SCV repairing that command center right there. We've got +1/+1 coming in for Future, but the real thing is +1/+1 coming in for Sepmper. Now that's interesting because that confirmed my belief that he was going for Bio, which he is apparently going for. Cyclones against Marines against tanks. The Cyclones, Sepmper's Cyclones decide to run away in fear. It is now 3-base. The game is pretty normal. Let's see if anything interesting happens, like battle cruisers, or is it just going to be a Marine, tank, Cyclone composition for both of these players? These 2 Marines are both going to die very quickly to those 4 Cyclones. And the Cyclones are just patrolling around, killing whatever Marines decide to overextend just a little bit. The army for Future is coming out a little bit, trying to find those Cyclones, but the Cyclones, Sepmper Cyclones, are over here. Is Future going to continue the hunt? Is Sepmper Cyclones going to run into their death? Because this is, of course, Sepmper's Cyclones' death, and they do kind of just like let death sort of come to them. Marines stimming on over, trying to take down the Cyclones, and the Cyclones run in fear. Let's look at how these guys are doing. 0 kills, 1 kill, 2 kills, and 3 kills. So not doing too bad for themselves. It really depends on what they kill. Let's look at the resources lost. Future is behind in that count, and let's look at the income. Tied. For all intents and purposes, it's tied. Combat shields coming in for Sepmper right here, doing his thing. Combat shields coming in for Future as well, believe it or not. And armory just finishing up over here for Future so he could get those +2/+2 on the engineering bay. Drop down here, Marine drop, taking down Marines. They really want to take down those workers. I don't think that they want to waste time taking down those Marines, but the Marines for Future are able to clean up that drop easily. Let's look at the workers killed. The workers killed. Sepmper has killed 7 workers. And look at this, Future might be walking to Sepmper's 3rd base to kill some stuff, but there is a sensor tower over here. Gonna start giving Sepmper that vision. Oh, yep, now he's able to see it, and they just walked away, and they're back in. And they are stimmed, and they are running. Tanks over here, yeah, these Marines are so dead. Marines dying without even killing a single SCV. I do not think that they killed a single one. These Cyclones are so close to being dead, it is unbelievable. 1 kill, 2 kills, 3 kills, and let me guess, 0 kills. So nothing has changed for those Cyclones as of yet. but something may yet change. Sepmper's, you know, little Marine and medevac crew doing just chilling over here. Some of Future's Marines are chilling out over here. We've got a female Karak doing her thing over here, and Marines are just going around doing their thing. Marines stimming down over here. They want to kill these Marines and that medevac over there. They're on the hunt. They are on the hunt. Cyclone is also gonna intercept those Marines. Depending on how you look at it, the Marines are gonna intercept the Cyclone. It all depends on who wins the fight. And yeah, I think it's gonna be the Cyclone because of this army. Cyclone using steady targeting and about to run into Sepmper's main army, which would not have been good. That would have been very bad. +1 vehicle weapons, +1 vehicle weapons coming in for both players, +2 coming in for both players, and Vikings on the way for only Future. Future is the only one making Vikings right now. Tank about to pop over here, I do believe. Yes, I do believe. Sepmper's army over here, tanks setting up on the low ground. Future's army up here at the top, tank set up on the top, and both players are just scanning the opponent, seeing what's going on. Bit of a medevac drop going in for the main base right now is Future. Future wants to get some stuff done, staying just outside of the sensor tower range over here. You could see the range right over here. Does not want to give Sepmper any sign of it, but look at this. These are missile turrets, and Future does have to turn back and head back home. Marines stimming, trying to catch these medevacs. Oh my god, tanks unloading on the high ground as well, and Marines loading on the high ground. They are all going to die. Oh my god, this bio army just evaporates. They are obliterated in the face of these tanks. Wow, I do believe that Future ended up winning that fight. Yes, look at this. Sepmper is behind in the resources lost. And he has lost a total of 61 units as opposed to Future, who has lost 62 units. That means that Sepmper has lost more costly units. +3 coming in for Sepmper right now while this entire battle is going on, as you can see. Just wanted to leave that for a second. Future does have more Marines and more tanks, reinforcements essentially coming in for him right now. Cyclone getting some nice kills, 4 kills before it ends up actually falling. Tanks setting up and siege run over here. Look at all the blood. Wow, that is not good. Vikings really just for that vision, so that the tanks can shoot as far as possible. And we have a bit of a stalemate. Tanks are going to slowly siege forward right here. Ooh, the scan, retreat. Oh my god, all 3 of those tanks ended up getting blown to smithereens. If you take a look at the army supply, we've got Sepmper is vastly ahead. Not vastly, only by 6, but when it comes down to it, 6 army supply ahead, especially when a lot of the army supply is Vikings for Future. 6 army supply is pretty good. So Future does have to run away, even though we saw that like big swell of reinforcements coming in for him. But he is gonna team up with this army over here. He's got Liberators mixed into this army. He's got a medevac carrying this 1 Marine. The Marine is like, could I just hang out on this ship over here? I'm okay with that. And the ship is like, okay, I could use the company. These Marines are gonna die. They're both gonna die, but not before seeing the entire army that's coming in for Sepmper right now. Tanks sieging up. Liberators probably gonna set up some defender mode circles, I do believe. Soon, maybe. We'll see. I don't know. And Future does have a bit of a hit squad coming in over here, which does get scouted by Sepmper's Marines. Sepmper and Future, they rhyme. It's hard to you know, keep switching off. In fact, I'm sure that I've messed up a few times, and I'm sure that you guys have thought that I've messed up a few times, even though I have not, because they do rhyme. Sepmper and Future, they rhyme. Maybe in the future, Sepmper will no longer rhyme with Future. No, that's probably never gonna happen. Let's be honest over here. Okay, so if you look at the army supply right now, Sepmper is still ahead. I did not think that actually. It looks like, yeah, but it looks like. How is Sepmper ahead in the army supply? This army looks so much bigger for Future. Let's look at this again real quick. How is Sepmper ahead? I don't understand this. Maybe because he's got an army sitting back. He does have an army sitting back here. He's got a full army sitting back here. So right now, right over here, Future does have the greater army supply, and yeah, that's why Sepmper is not able to get a lot of stuff done right now. This medevac is so close to dead, and it runs away with 50 energy. So can I still be useful? Liberators taking out tanks. Is that something that you see every day? I wanted to say that, like, I wanted to say that, like, cool, like, Liberators taking down tanks, not something that you see every day, but, like, I'm now thinking, well, maybe you do see it every day. If you look, Future knows all of this. He knows that this entire army is here, and that is why he's going to set up his tanks very soon, right over here. Doot. Adjusting my microphone just for a second. Okay. let's zoom out. Get a little bit more of the feel for this game. Scan over here. Yeah, future scan, because why would Sepmper ever scan his own stuff? Sepmper scanning future stuff. It's very funny how this stuff works in Terran. Like, both of them are just constantly scanning, and it's like, why can't we just both have full vision? Like, I wish that could happen. Can we make that a thing? A little bit of a flank attack, sort of, coming over here, but there are tanks. Guess what? These Marines are stimmed, and they are running into 2 tanks, and look at how they just got evaporated. My god. Oh my god. And then the army comes for future to reinforce. Now, this army over here wants to attack here, but guess what? There are tanks here too, and there's a PF. So, yeah, not a smart idea, Sepmper. I'm afraid not. In all honesty, this army had a better chance of attacking into here than this army had a chance to attack into here. Let's be honest over here. Wow, that SCV just flipped above the gas, did a couple of somersaults, and then landed in a heap of rubble. Both players just scanning their opponent constantly. Future is slowly breaking out of this sort of contain. It's been Sepmper who's been on the offensive for like the past 5 minutes, 2 minutes, I don't remember how long it's been. Wow, the tanks just falling as they run away. The only survivors are these Marines. This Cyclone, you have a death wish beyond. You are so going to die. You are so dead. Goodbye, Cyclone. Yeah, that was a waste of a Cyclone, I do have to say. Tanks about to siege up for future. Tanks about to siege up for Sepmper, I have to assume. Vikings taking down Liberators. Marines taking down Vikings. Liberators setting up defendable circles on the edge of these tanks. Boom, boom. One tank down. A Marine down. Another tank down. Yes, another tank down. Another. Nope. Only 2 tanks. They only get 2 tanks to show for it, and they run away. The Liberators run away with their lives. So let's look at the kills. We've got 2 kills on that Liberator and 2 kills on this Liberator. Both Liberators have 2 kills. And I think that they are happy with how they did, and they're like, okay, we're going back home. Goodbye. Tanks sieging up over here. We've got, you see, look at these tank lines. They're like coercing. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I have to say. I like it. I'm digging it. I am digging it. Okay. Tanks firing on Marines and tanks, really. Let's be honest. The tanks just fire on everything. Okay, we've got Ravens coming in over here with their upgrade that gives them more energy. I don't remember what it's called. It's a problem. Yeah, I don't remember what it's called. So sorry about that. But I know that it gives them more energy. Liberators making the defendable circles over here. Marines running into the Liberators, getting obliterated by both the Liberators and the tanks. The tanks are really obliterating them. Let's look at these tanks over here. We've got 14 kills on that one, 12 kills on that one, 11 kills on that one, 2 kills on that one, 5 kills on that one, and 0 kills on that one. As we go further down, the tanks slowly lose kills. But regardless, those tanks are definitely paying for themselves. That's, yeah. Those are very cost-efficient tanks. This tank has 2 kills, 5 kills, 2 kills. Okay, let's look at the resources lost real quick. Sepmper, oh no, Future is behind in terms of the resources lost. He has lost more stuff. And if we look at the army supply, we've got Future is in the lead of army supply. And if we look at the income, we've got Sepmper in the lead in terms of the income in both areas. Wow, I never even realized that. It is, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 base to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 base, 6 bases. If Sepmper could keep this base. I just realized that I've been zoomed out for the entire time. Sorry, guys. Everything must look so small now. It's just that with tank battles, you gotta make sure to capture the full enclosure. But over here, this is pretty simple. Just tanks shelling this planetary. Marine walking in there and getting blown to smithereens. Yeah, this isn't very interesting to watch. I'm gonna be honest. We're gonna go back here. We're gonna go back here, where the tanks are and everything. Ravens, Vikings, and okay, now that we go back here, they of course they go away. So now the most action in the game. All right, you know what? I just realized I don't have the production anymore. Liberated range being researched right now for Sepmper. He's got more what are they called? Ravens coming over there. Let's look at his bases. Let's look at his production. He's got 6 Marines, a tank, and 2 command centers on the way. Where are those two command centers? We've got one of them. I can only assume those command centers are for PFs. Wow, Ravens putting out the interference matrix and anti-armor missile. Remember, this is on the newest patch, so anti-armor missile is nerfed a little bit. It went from 30 damage to 15 damage. As you can see on some of these Marines, they only lost 15 damage. These tanks finally being able to take down this PF. Viking battle just over here. And this Viking has a death wish. Come on, Marines. Oh no, you don't want to walk over there. The tanks will blow you up. So these tanks are kind of shutting down these 2 mineral patches. All that all that Future needs is a scan. But look at this: tanks, Ravens, and Vikings are coming into this fourth base location here for Future. Tanks shelling the base over here. Vikings and Ravens over there. And the Bio Army is able to force the liftoff on the command center. And the Vikings are coming in here to finish it off. Very good. Vikings finishing off that command center. Future leading a little bit of a hit squad over here to deal with this base. And the Marines get obliterated by a tank that's in the background over here. Marine versus Marine. It helps that these Marines are being a little bit dumb. They are target firing down a building while they're being shot at. So, you know, that's not healthy. I don't think that the doctors generally recommend that. Big Viking battles coming in over here. The Viking clouds are getting huge. One tank over here holding back this onslaught from Sepmper. I don't think Sepmper realizes how little units there are for Future over here, because there are not a lot. Sepmper definitely has the lead in this game, big time. He's got he has lost less resources. He's got the better income. Wait, no, he's got the worse income. He's got the better income in terms of gas, worse income in terms of minerals. But let's be honest, right now it's 21 minutes into the game. Gas is really important. Plus 3 vehicle weapons is coming in for Future right now. He's got some Marines getting blown up by tanks over here. And I think that Future realizes, I gotta go. If I don't make something happen, I think I'm gonna lose the game. And Sepmper is like, you know what? I'm pretty much ahead. I'm gonna push back a little bit. Let Sepmper come to me. Essentially, is Sepmper's strategy over here. Tanks shelling the Marines, shelling the landed Vikings over here for Future. And I honestly think that Sepmper may have this game. Again, something could happen. There may be a nuke that lands on this entire thing. I don't know. It would be pretty weird considering that we haven't seen ghost production as of yet in this game. Oof. Look at these Marines. So many Marines walking down over here. Vikings and tanks rolling in over here. These Marines stimming. I don't know why I'm so zoomed in right now. I cannot stop unzooming. There's just so much to capture, and that's it. Yeah, Future loses the bulk of his army right here. And when I say the bulk, I mean almost all of them. If you look at the units, Future had 8 tanks, 44 Marines, and a lot of them were here, and they were about to die, and 9 Vikings left, and they were all back here. And if you look at the units lost, we've got 30. Well, here are the resources lost, and it's called units lost, but whatever. Point is, Future is way behind over there. The income really tells the story. It's 2,000 minerals to 7,000 and 600 gas to 100 gas. So Sepmper's really ahead in the income. And at the end of the day, StarCraft becomes a game of who has a better army, and if the person who has a better army doesn't, if he's not able to win, then he loses. This looks so weird. It looks like we're so zoomed in right now, but this is normal. This is so trippy. Is this normal? I'm not sure. I think, yeah, this is definitely normal. This is normal, but after spending almost the entire game zoomed out, this looks super weird. So anyway, guys, income is important as we learn continuously in games of StarCraft. Thank you so much for watching. Like the video if you like what you saw, and if you like the cast and everything. If you want to see more stuff from me, you could subscribe. That would be awesome. You know, and until next time, continue playing StarCraft, and I feel bad for Future. And I will see you guys in the future. Boom, pun. Next time, I will see you guys. Goodbye.